ready to trim the T-ball that I made yesterday. Two different roller texture in one piece. Before I started, I'd like to know exactly how thick the bottom is before I trim. So I've been showing you my invention, the ruler to check the thickness. I'm going to use the 3 pieces, okay, one for horizontal and 2 for vertical. So you subtract the difference. Basically, you can have only 2 pieces, and I have 2 slots here that you could insert for checking the inside and then check it outside. But I'm going to put 3 pieces so I will know instantly. Okay, so the outside is 104, and the inside is 82 and 104. Okay, 104, 82, so it's about 22, okay, 22 millimeters. And make sure when you are checking, maybe the inside when you're making it, you might want to measure the lowest point. Okay, some people do have a little bit higher on the very center, so make sure you are measuring the right spot. Otherwise, the thickness won't be accurate. So you might poke through by accident because you didn't have a good measurement. Okay, so making sure that you measure it right, the right spot, and also make sure that when you measure the ruler, okay, especially the horizontal ruler, should be very flat, okay, straight. If you have the ruler that like something is bending, then you probably won't have a very accurate measurement. So making sure that the ruler, okay, it's straight, okay, straight, flat. So before you start it, you might want to check to see if your ruler is nice and straight. Okay, so it's about 22 millimeters. And usually the rim dries faster than the rest of it. The bottom dries slower because it's thicker on the base, thinner on the rim, so the rim tends to dry faster. So once you are making something that is small object or something, when the rim is firm enough, you might want to turn it upside down and let it dry all the way till you're ready to trim. Okay. Otherwise, you will have your rim fairly dry, but the base is not dry yet. Okay, and usually that's the case on a lot of people when they are trimming. The base is still a little bit too wet, so you are not try to trim it at the right stage. Okay, so right time. So that's why trimming at the right time is very important. And that's my experience to tell you that once you find out the rim is firm enough, turn it upside down and let it dry all the way till it's ready to trim. Okay. If you don't know how to tap sander, probably it's not a good idea to use the water to stick your piece on the wheel head if you don't know how to tap sander. Okay, because once it's dried, it's very hard to move around it if you are using water. Okay, so to learn the tap sander is very important when you want to use the water to stick on the wheel head. Okay. So I'm trimming at the leather stage, so it's very easy to remove the clay. And the clay is not, if the clay is too wet, it's very easy to stick to the tool, especially my Hsin-Chuen, my stainless steel tool. It's easy to stick on it. So you want to trim it at a little bit drier stage, okay, leather stage. So before I started, I know I have 22, so I usually like to trim it within like 3 millimeters. So meaning that I could go down 19 millimeters. Okay, 19. 19 is quite deep, so I will just go ahead and dig out a lot of clay at the beginning, and don't need to worry about going through, because it's 19 millimeters. That's very thick. Okay, that's very thick. Okay, let's check it, see how far we have gone. Okay, so we put that back here and then put the ruler back here. And now it's about 12. So 12, I still have 7 to go. Okay, let me check it again. So now it's about 18. So 1 more millimeter to go. Okay. Right, I will stop right here. So I would say this is about 3 millimeters, and you could remember the sound. So later on, you may not need to depending on the measuring ruler by just tapping on it, and so you know that when to stop. Okay, so and just finish up, clean up the side of the wall. And then now I can start to lower down the foot, because 20 millimeters is very tall foot. Right, and then after this part is right, I usually compare the outside and the inside corner. Okay, both corner here, inside corner and the outside corner should be the same height. So I know the outside is still much higher than the inside, so I'm going to cut down a bit more. So now the outside and the inside is almost the same height, so I will stop removing clay from the outside and try to finish up everything, make it nice and clean. And the very final stage, when you want the surface to be smooth, you spin the wheel a little bit faster. And move the tool slowly. Maybe reduce the height of the foot further. burnish the foot. Put my stem on the foot. Okay, everything's fine. And then spin the wheel slowly and just twist it to remove the ball from sticking on the wheel head. So, and then since this is porcelain, so I can just use sponge without worry about dragging out the grub from the clay body. So it will be smooth, and yeah, the thickness is fine, and not very thin and not very heavy. It's good weight to hold it on the hand. Okay, so that's the trimming process for the tea bowl that I made yesterday. Okay, thanks for watching.